How good was that? That wasn't bad, was it? Oh, Jesus Christ. Hello, welcome back to the Gooner Talk. Back here again for another show after Arsenal have beaten Newcastle, not one, not two, not even three, but 4-0. Thank you ever so much for joining me after what has been a very entertaining afternoon. Finally, an entertaining game in which we're not feeling horrific inside at the end of it. Thank God. Thank goodness. We're going to get through loads of your comments in the comment section today and talk through the game and some individual pieces too. Let's get some of your initial reactions. Carl Halberg says, haha, buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Aaron Letchford says, feels like a cup final win. TB says, massive win. Avon Tellington, one of our members, says, absolutely terrific. Ashwin, another one of our members, says, this is a great feeling. It's been way too long. With the mic emoji, which for some reason StreamYard still won't let me post on the screen. I don't know why. I need to get on to them about that. I don't know why they do that. David Adupa says 2:30 a.m. and I can sleep in peace finally. Hope you don't sleep right away, David. I hope you stay tuned for the next half an hour or so to talk about that game. Kitchener says the most fraudulent goal by Lacazette, but I'll take it. Yeah, that is, as I tweeted out, the most a striker going through a goal drought type of goal that you have ever seen in your life. John Cronin, evening, Tom. Who's your man of the match? We're going to talk about that in a bit. Hold fire, John. Don't worry, we will get to that 100%. Bees Titan says Newcastle won the first half. I can tell you that. Why are you putting what are you doing that for? Why are you putting a downside on it? There's none of that. None of that. We've just won 4-0, fella. Come on, enjoy yourself. The Emirates is dead, says Antonio. Yeah, it's not a great stadium, but we've just won 4-0. Come on. Javier says we have to lock up Saka ASAP. Yeah, we have to nail that guy down to a long-term contract, 100%. Military Gunner, no negatives whatsoever. What about Ozil's goal? Yeah, 2 goals that were absolutely the jammiest goals, the ones that if you can see them on FIFA, you're fuming. Oh my days. Right, let's get into things then. And talk about, obviously, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and hit that notification button. Also, we hit 17,000 subscribers, so thank you ever so much for everyone that is tuning in. I know you've really been enjoying the transfer videos, and don't worry, they're not going anywhere. Tactical breakdowns will be continuing on. If you want to get involved with the channel a little bit more and get your own badges and emojis, which you can use in the live chat, which some of, come on, members, let's hit those emojis in the live chat for me. If you want to get involved with that, then please make sure you hit the join button too, and you can get involved with that as well. So, what do we think of the game? Well, it was entertaining, wasn't it? I think it was everything that we wanted in, let's say, the last 60 minutes. It was everything we sort of wanted from an Arsenal Arteta performance in a very, very long time. Let's go right from the beginning and look at the lineup then. The reaction to the lineup by so many people was, what is Arteta doing? We thought that we would be exposed. We thought Sam Maximin would get us. And to be fair, Newcastle did get at Arsenal quite a lot. In fact, the first 30 minutes of the game, it was quite turgid. There wasn't a lot of dynamism from the side. In fact, Newcastle were able to get a little bit of joy in our defensive third, and that was pretty much down to the fact that we played with more of a risky system. We've still got 2 fullbacks in the back four that like to bomb forward, which leaves space in behind. We played with a midfield pivot of Xhaka and Ceballos, and Ceballos, for me, had a very, very decent. It was okay for the first 20 minutes. He was kept the game ticking over. He was doing what he needed to do, but he really came alive in sort of the second half of the game. And for a lot of people, I think he was some people's man of the match. I don't feel like we were massively vulnerable without Torreira, without Guendouzi in the midfield. I thought the Xhaka played really, really well. I thought the centre-backs did well. David Luiz was great. Mustafi had a couple of misplaced passes, but other than that, I thought he did well. Bellerin had a really, really good game. And don't worry, I'm getting to the main man on the left-hand side. Bukayo Saka, what an absolutely fantastic player Bukayo Saka is turning into. Let's have a look at some of you guys. Let's get your thoughts on Saka. Anonymous says, Saka, man of the match. Absolutely brilliant from the youngster. I cannot disagree with you there, Anonymous. I thought he was absolutely brilliant in that game. Christopher, Saka and Pepe had a smashing game. Definitely we'll get onto Pepe very, very soon. Keegan, Xhaka played okay, but that guy is just not good enough for Arsenal. Get out of here, Keegan. We don't want any of this negativity. You want none of it. None of this negativity. We're only here for the 4-0 Arsenal positive win. Absolutely fantastic stuff from the Arsenal. Let's keep it positive. Tekos Man says Saka and Martinelli need to be tied down to big deals. Well, not too big, because remember, we don't want to do this thing where we overpay players straight away. It shackles us. So let's temper the mood. Let's get them onto a decent contract, and let's nail them down to a long-term deal. One of our members, Avon Teddington, says we have so got to get Saka a proper contract ASAP. Pepe on fire, lads. 100%, says the Angry Walrus. Fantastic name. Brilliant name. Congrats for that one. Joseph Maseko says, man of the match for me was Pepe. Right, let's talk about, I am buzzing, said Omar. Let's talk about the midfield beyond that then. So, Xhaka, decent game. I love the way Xhaka passes the ball out wide. You will never ever stop me from completely praising Granit Xhaka in terms of the way that he passes the balls into wide positions. It's strong, it's solid, it does what it needs to do, and there's a reason why he's been put into the team by Arsene Wenger, by Freddie Ljungberg, by Unai Emery, and now by Mikel Arteta. It's because without Xhaka in that team, you just don't get the fluidity of passing that you do with Granit Xhaka in the side. Ceballos, fantastic. Ceballos, he knows that he's got a big job on his hands to get into this Arsenal side, and he did everything he could today to try and do that. 100% did everything that he needed. The passing was right, the little intricacies of what he was doing with the ball right near to his feet, and then the little intricate passing was really, really good. And then we look at the front line. Pepe on the right-hand side, 2 assists and a goal. Man, this guy, if he really hits form now in this run of games that we need him to, my God, are we going to have a hell of a player on our hands. We desperately needed Pepe to hit form, and the Ivorian had a fantastic game. His deliveries were great. His free kick, his free kicks, they're so good. His free kicks are so good. They're so important to how we play our games. 100% we need him in there. Carl Hallerberg says Ceballos was amazing. Omar says Ceballos was superb. Hendon Guna says Ceballos was good. Saka stealing souls of his nutmeg to set up Pepe. James Duya says, who got 2 assists and a goal? Pepe got 2 assists and a goal, James. He 100% did. Main man Pepe. Ceballos Beast Titans says, playing for the Euros, Tom. We'll be back into his box soon. I don't know what you mean by that. He's playing for the Euros. Of course he's playing for the Euros. He wants to get into that Spain squad, and that's a great situation to have. Usually, I was at Charlton yesterday. Obviously, my missus is a big Charlton fan, and they had 5 loanee players on the pitch. And the problem with that is that you watch a team that just hasn't got the desire. The difference is when you have a player on loan that wants to be playing at the top of his game because he wants to get into the Euros, you're going to have a player that's playing to the best of his abilities. And Ceballos showed that today. He showed the Ceballos that we've seen. That's his best performance since the Burnley game that he was introduced in at home for his home debut, and it was brilliant. And you cannot put anything else other than that in terms of it. Number 10, Mesut Ozil ran this game. Absolutely ran this game. Ozil played well, but don't forget he is finished in this team, says KS1. Again, what is wrong with these people? What? We've just won 4-0. Why do people need to get going with the negativity still? Right, you've got a little dagger in your hand. You have to stick the knife in. Just stick the knife in wherever they can. No, none of it. Not having it. Dislike. I'm not having this negativity. We've won 4-0. What is wrong with you people? Mesut Ozil just kept the game ticking over. And I know that the classic thing to say at Mesut Ozil is that he has games where he's in and out, and sometimes he plays well, and sometimes he's not so great. I just want to appreciate when he has a great game, and he had a great game. The pass out to Aubameyang with the outside of his foot after he did, I can't remember who the Newcastle player was, but the little touch round the midfielder in the middle of the box to then outside the foot blast it out to the wide. What a pass. And he's the only guy that can. Only Mesut Ozil does those things. And yes, it's so frustrating that he doesn't do them on a consistent basis. But for me, Mesut Ozil is in the team because he can have those performances. I don't think it was as good as the Leicester performance, but he's up there in terms of how good that performance was. And the thing is, we just need that to be consistent. And what's good about, and also that Manchester City game that is being postponed for a little bit, it's really, really key that Mesut Ozil really takes sort of the time to implement his consistency. We've got Everton in the league coming up. That's going to be a big game. Olympiacos, I probably wouldn't play him in Olympiacos. It's just one of those games where I just don't think you need Mesut Ozil in there because if he has a bad game, it's just not going to be good for his morale and good for his consistency. I'd rather we saved him for the league game. He's getting to that age where you're just playing once every week. You've got other players in the field. Ceballos could play into that role. We could play Lacazette slightly deeper, although I don't really see that as a as a legitimate strategy. Willock can play that role. So yeah, Ozil was great, and I don't think you can take too much more away from that. Let's go through some of your comments before we go any more into the front line. KS1, yeah, you're laughing, fella. It was negative. Obi says, Tom, your face is unbelievable. I am happy for all fans that are happy today. Kudos to the players today for stepping up after half time. Mr. Chipsy, the boy who eats paella was on form today. He bossed the midfield. Oh, what a great chant. He drinks Australia, he eats paella. It's the wrong way around. It's the wrong way around. I'll mug myself off there, but I just love that chant. It's great. You know how much I love La Liga. And I knew. And the thing is, I've had so many people putting comments in recently or tweeting me saying, you were back in Sabas, you said it'd be amazing. Yeah, because he's a great player, but he was coming back from an injury and he wasn't in Arteta's minds. That is the Sabas that I told you was going to be on, the Sabas that I knew had the capabilities to play that game, and he did. Beast Titan says, G Wills, Ozil's controller was disconnected the whole time. Christ. Matthew Gutter, Sabas was really good in the deep role today, and Saka was superb. I think everyone in our team had good performances, and there isn't any negatives really. Exactly. That's the type of comments we love, Matthew. Thank you ever so much. If you want to make sure, if you're a new guy watching or girl watching this program, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. We hit 17,000 subscribers. Amazing. Thank you ever so much. Please hit that join button if you want to become a member as well. Complicate FPS says, every time Ozil has a good game, everyone says he needs to string them together. We've been saying this for 4 years. I'm bored of it. Great win, and I'm happy with it, what I saw. Everyone's bored of the same thing over and over again, but it doesn't mean that you can't appreciate something good when it happens. Let's talk about the left wing, Aubameyang. I mean, I saw a fantastic tweet from Harry Symeou. If you don't follow Harry Symeou on Twitter, make sure you are. Basically saying that it's so important that we keep Aubameyang because he can just pop up when you need him to and apply that killer finish. I didn't think Aubameyang was the best player in the air, personally, but that header was spot on. Dubravka could get no way near it, and you cannot understate a player that can finish like that and you can just come up with a goal when you desperately need it. And then the ball from Pepe was amazing. Pepe, we've already talked about, was an absolute great game. Matt Saville, what if I'm non-binary? Well, fair play to you, mate. If you're non-binary, fair play to you. You be you, whoever you want to be. Ringy says, great game all over the pitch. TV says, good performance by Ozil. I guess we will see a familiar game by him in 2 months. Please don't overhype this guy, but let's enjoy the match. Ozil's over 30. How can we overhype someone now? It's not like he's a rising star. I get what you're saying, TV, 100%. But we can't do that. David Keith, Tom Lamb, mad, happy. I think he means Tom Ladd, because that's just my Medway language. Mad, happy. Danny was brilliant. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. He really was. Antonio says, the Emirates Stadium was calm. It was calm because we had the win in the bag. No, I'm critical of the Emirates performance every single time. I'm very critical of the fans in the ground. We need to be louder. We need to get behind the team. But we've been in a real stage of transition and a real stage of being down. And that just... I have empathetic feelings for the fan base in that sense and why maybe we're not quite up to it yet. If we string a few games together, if we're playing some fantastic football like we saw today on a more consistent basis, I am expecting that ground to be more electric coming through these games. The glare off that light. Oh no, the glare. Look, it's like something is shining down upon me. Let's see if we can sort that out. I don't think we can. Look, I'm moving the screen around. And no. It's just, look, it's God. God is like shining down on us for our 4-0 win. I can't do anything. I will sort it out soon. We're going to get some better light in here. Maybe if I just like turn. Should we turn? No, it doesn't. It's not going to work. Maybe if I sit just like, look, literally, I'll move the screen. It follows me. It follows. This is annoying. This is so annoying. You can tell we've won 4-0 because this has gone to pot. I'm just throwing out there my thoughts now. Right, let's get on to the last player. Jose Diaz says Nketiah was awful. He was dreadful. I don't rate him. Martinelli should have been playing. We just won 4-0. Nketiah was okay. Nketiah was all right. He had a decent game. For me, he's still a kid, and I know that I've gone on record saying that I don't think Nketiah is going to make it long term. I just don't think he has the stature, but I saw a lot of positives today. He needs a more consistent basis. He needs to just sort of get that consistent going, and when he gets a goal, you can see the confidence that grows within him. And I loved what I saw from him. There was a shot that he took, I believe it was the first half, the ball was sort of played to him and he hit it first time and he really didn't get any much backlift, but it was a really fantastic curling effort. Dubravka saved it well. But that's the type of confidence that we need. We desperately need it. We really, really do. Let's talk about the guy that came on for Nketiah, because I don't think there's too much more we can say about the young Englishman. He was decent, he did okay, but he needed a goal. He probably was the best player on the pitch today by far. The player that came on for him. Let's get some love for Alexander Lacazette in the chat box. This guy, he's had 9 games without scoring. The 10th game, he comes off the bench for 5 minutes and scores the flukiest goal we have ever seen. The flukiest goal. Mike David Keefe says, Tom, the lack of goal was the icing on the cake. Sorry about the shaky handwriting, but I cannot contain my excitement. Yeah, that's fair enough. You can tell I'm having a mare today on this show. I can't contain myself. If I'm 4-0, this isn't normal. Please, Arsenal fans, back your message, whatever that means from Morstein. I think that means back your team. I hope it does. Yes, and Nketiah does not offer the Lacazette hold-up, the link-up creativity and the press that Lacazette offers. Yeah, I certainly think that's something that would help us, for sure. G. Wills says, Cole Halberg, glad someone else saw that. The officials always effing Arsenal. Oh, what was that? Cole, what did you say? Cole, I'm going to find that, Cole. Here we go. Cole said, still annoyed at the lino who flagged Ozil offside when he put it on a plate for Alba. Would have been an amazing team goal. Yeah. Look, I don't want to make this all about VAR because I'm so bored of chatting about VAR. But like, I get what they're trying to do. They want to make it as if like the referee and the officials have got the final say. But just put your flag down. Just let the game go. You've got VAR there. You got VAR. Well, there's no need to not do that. There's no need. There's no need to put the flag up straight away. Let the game play out, and then if it was offside, VAR can give it. It's as simple as that. I've seen so many issues. I mean, we've all seen so many issues with VAR this season. It's a joke. Abraham says, Saka, Martinelli, Pepe front three from next season, possibly. Let's get some more Lacazette comments in the chat box. I really want to know what you said. Gregory Beeler, long-time listener to the show, always comment on my videos. Really appreciate you, Greg. Lovely second half. Happy to see a smile on Lacazette's face. 100%. Ashwin, his assist. I haven't talked about his assist with Mesut Ozil. What instinctive play. He's on the field for 6 minutes and he had an amazing... I mean, I loved the Arteta doing this. Like, he loved that assist from Lacazette. It was great. That was an amazing like piece of strength and skill and just initiative from the player. 100%. Javier says, Lacazette in 5 minutes, 1 goal and 1 assist. Absolute go. I tell you, if you're on FIFA, Pepe, 2 assists and 1 goal. He's hitting that in form next week. You want to buy up your ones to watch right now because that price is going to shoot up. VAR is a fraud. I don't know why I'm putting so many FIFA links. It's because I'm playing FUT Champions at the moment. I'm trying to get the best I can. Manu says, Lacazette celebration says, he was buzzing. He was absolutely buzzing, wasn't he? It was brilliant to see him in that performance. Brilliant to see him in that way. And I was absolutely overjoyed and over the moon to see him. Avinash says, Lacazette deserves any fluke that might come his way. Absolutely love him. Yeah, 100% absolutely love him. This lie. I know why it annoyed you. It's really irritating. I don't know if I move this closer. If I move this closer, it's just right. It's clear. But there we go. Right. All I have to do now is just hold my laptop in the most uncomfortable position ever. If you could see what a helmet. No, I can't be asked. It's pointless. Let's just see if that goes. Goes? No, it doesn't want to go. I've tried. There's nothing I can do. I've tried. That's all I can do. David Keefe, Tom, will Tierney get back into the team as Saka is unbelievable? No, not right now. No, he won't get back in the team. There's absolutely no chance that Saka gets back into the team. Zero chance. Aya says Saka needs to be on left back. The space he gets is priceless. 10 out of 10 for Arteta as well. Right. The last man we have to talk about, of course, is Mikel Arteta. We have been waiting weeks and weeks to finally see this system click. And it seems that whilst there was a little 20-minute hangover, it seemed, from the international break, that it clicked finally for Mikel Arteta. Seeing that system work, he was so happy on the sidelines of what he was seeing from the team. And I loved every second of it. Fair play to him from going with a brave lineup. Fair play to him from going... I mean, what I loved is that he identified that we were playing against a Newcastle side that struggle offensively, but defensively they're very, very solid. They've done very, very well in their 8-game unbeaten run up until they played us, today. But I just think that he knew what was going to be necessary. He knew that he needed to play with a more attacking force. I don't think we'll see this lineup like on a consistent basis because it's just too open, especially against some of the more prevalent attacking sides in the league. I don't think you can play that open with Sabas and Xhaka. So that's just sort of where I'm at with that. We're going to go through some more of your comments in the next few minutes or so. If you haven't already, there's 440 of you watching. Please hit that like button, guys. I really appreciate you jumping on to get your thoughts in the chat box and trying to get through as many of them as I possibly can. Abraham says, no one's mentioning Willock's ball for that last goal. Yeah. I mean, we've had players come on the pitch for a few minutes and they've made an impact, and it's great. And Martinelli didn't even play today. And, I mean, it's great. Obviously, that means Martinelli's going to play against Olympiacos. I think Lacazette will play against Olympiacos. I think we'll probably see Pepe continue, maybe. I think we'll see Willock come in. The thing is that we cannot afford to drop anything against Olympiacos. They're a decent side. They're no mugs. We need to pick up that win against them. It's 100% desperate to get those points. And points, I mean, it's not a knockout. It's not a group stage anymore. But you know what I mean. We need to get that win. It's desperate that we try and access that, because if we don't, then we're losing our biggest chance of getting Champions League football. Although saying that, we're now 6 points off 5th place, which if you are in the realm of believing that Man City will not be in the Champions League next season, which looks extremely likely, 5th place is feasible. I mean, we were writing off the league weeks ago, but now 4-0 later, 4 goals later, it's back on again. So I'm absolutely buzzing about that. PM says it's just amazing how good it feels to see the goal celebrations. Ozil, the smiles on Pepe and Lacazette, it feels good. We need confidence back in this side. We've got confidence back in this side, and it's just brilliant to see. Ashwin says, Ashwin. My only negative is Hector being bullied by Saint Maximino, or whatever his name is. Saint Maximin is his name. Hector needs to get a little bit happier. But the thing is with Bellerin, and I know this comes up as an excuse for the guy all the time, but he is going to be like that. That is what's going to happen because he's coming back from a really, really difficult injury to recover from. We're seeing how bad it is with Rob Holding trying to recover from it. So I think we can cut the guy some slack. I'm going to end things there. Thank you ever so much for tuning in today. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. We hit 17,000 subscribers, I've already mentioned. Thank you ever so much for supporting the channel. I'm looking to do a video tomorrow on Gabriel, the Lille centre-back, with help from Jeremy Smith, our French football correspondent. So that'll hopefully be out for you guys tomorrow, if all things go to plan. I've got 6 more games of FUT Champions to play. I'm praying that the guys can come home for me on this, because I tell you what, I'm getting a bit back into FIFA now, because I took a break from FIFA. But I'm back into it. I'm playing FUT Champs, and I was 11 wins from 14 games. I lost 3 games, and now I'm sitting with 6 games left, and I'm on 16. I'm on 16. Yeah, I'm on 16 wins with 6 games left, and I'm desperate for Elite 3, but I just can't seem to get it. I just can't seem to get it whatsoever. So I'm really going to push forward. Let me know if you'd like to learn some more about my FIFA endeavours. You probably don't. You probably only care about the Arsenal stuff, and fair play to you, because this is an Arsenal channel, and I'm just trying to put some more personal stuff into it. But yeah, so tomorrow, Tactical Breakdown will be out again. More of that coming up, more of those over the week, and leading all the way up to the summer. I'm going to try and get as many Tactical Breakdowns out for you guys as feasibly possible ahead of the summer. That's the plans. Let's try and get this channel as much in terms of the biggest Arsenal analysis on the platform. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what I want. And obviously joining up with Get Spanish Football News, I'm writing an article for them on Nabil Fekir, someone that Arsenal could look to target come the summer as well. So make sure you tune in, and make sure you're following us on Twitter at the Gooner Talk TV, because I'll tweet out all the articles I do. And obviously for our members, I did promise a weekly article, and I haven't really delivered on that as of yet, because it's meant to be monthly, but I was trying to step it up to weekly, but just because of work. But it's half term this week, so I've got a week off from work, which is nice. So hopefully I'll be getting some articles out to our members, as well as some more exclusive content next month, which I've already got the plans in place for. But if you've got some ideas for the channel, if you've got some ideas for who you think I should be covering in terms of tactical breakdowns, then make sure you leave those comments in the comment section below. I will see you again very, very soon. Please make sure you drop a like on the show. Please make sure you subscribe if you're new and turn notifications on so you never miss one. Thank you to all my members that are in there. Much love to you guys. I've been Tom Canton. I'll see you again very, very soon. And as always, up the Arsenal.